are a great investment for your yard, but it's important to match the right tree to your planting site. In fact, most trees will outlive the person who planted them. So Jeff Isles from ISU is here to talk more about finding the best trees for Iowa yards. So I guess first of all, before we get the shovel out, what do we need to consider before we plant that tree?
Good point, Liz. The first thing I think about is how big will the tree get, both height and width. We've all seen trees that have outgrown their sites and they just crowd out the house after a while, so that's very important. The tree also has to fit the environmental conditions given. Sun, shade, good or bad soil conditions are very, very important. And then finally, I like to make sure the tree is going to do something for me. Will it have great fall color? Will it provide screening or shade? Or maybe will it even help me save money with my heating and cooling costs? So those are all important considerations, right?
So what types of trees traditionally do well in Iowa?
Well, everybody knows the state tree is an oak, and so I lead off with trees like bur oak and white oak and red oak. Those are great plants for the state of Iowa. Hard maples, things like sugar maple are also good choices. Ash, lindens, and even things like Kentucky coffee tree are great choices. And if you think about small trees, of course, it's tough to leave off the crab apples. They're very popular, especially in the spring. And then trees like Japanese tree lilac are also very popular. So we have lots of great trees to use for Iowans.
Okay. And when you're at the nursery, what are some tips for selecting a good tree?
First thing I look for is a good, strong central leader. And I also want good branch spacing around that leader, and I don't want too many branches close together. That's extremely important. And finally, I'd like to minimize mechanical injury. I don't want to see a lot of nicks and scrapes on the trunk.
Okay, thanks for the tips. And if you would like more tips on selecting the right tree, be sure to log on to these websites. For Gardening in the Zone, I'm Liz Gelman.